Hey, I'm Fucci and welcome to Tiny Kitchen Big Taste. We have got one shell of a show for you today. We're making pan-seared scallops over pasta in a lemon white wine sauce. Now, this is one of those extra special dishes that is going to score you some major bonus points. But they won't know it only took you 20 minutes from start to finish. And you don't have to tell them. All you gotta do is bring it. So what you're gonna need are scallops, pasta, olive oil, white wine, parsley, salt and pepper, lemon, butter, and garlic. You'll also need a frying pan, tongs, a zester, juicer, which is optional, garlic press, paper towels, and a sharp knife. It's no surprise that I'm always talking about food with my friends, and when I ask them about scallops, they tell me how much they love them. They also tell me how they've only really had them in really expensive restaurants. Well, save your money. This is a meal you can make at home, and a really satisfying one too, because we're serving it over pasta. Now this pasta I have pre-cooked for about a minute less than packaged directions. We cook that in heavily salted water to give some extra flavor, and we'll finish it off in the sauce at the end. Now, to make the sauce, we get started by preparing some of the ingredients, beginning with the lemon. I'm gonna zest the lemon. Make sure you get all the zest you can. Set some of the zest in a bowl to use later. Next, I'm going to cut the lemon in half, then juice this lemon. Look how easy that is, and it keeps the seeds right inside. Next, I'm going to mince a couple of cloves of garlic. And finally, we will just roughly chop our parsley, and then we'll go back and finally mince it up. Next, we're going to prepare our scallops. First, you want to make sure to get the really large sea scallops. These are about 2 inches in diameter. There are wet scallops and dry scallops, and you want the dry. See, the wet are treated with water and STP, which is sodium tripolyphosphate. And what that does is it extends the life of the scallop, but it also adds some extra water weight, so you end up paying for a lot of extra water. Plus, it prevents you from getting that really nice caramelized sear. Get the dry. Speaking of dry these off by placing them on a paper towel. We will then pat them dry on the top. Next, we're gonna season it up with a little bit of salt and pepper. Using one hand to turn, one hand to season. We'll season the other side, and we can take this show to the stove. Now I've got a frying pan over medium-high heat. We will add some olive oil, and we will place these scallops in the olive oil. Now we're gonna cook it for about a minute or two on both sides. We'll turn it right when the bottom half of the scallop turns opaque. Oh, look at that beautiful caramelization. And then we'll cook it for about a minute more. At this point, we can remove our scallops and just place them on a clean plate. We're gonna turn down our heat just a little bit and deglaze the pan with some white wine and the garlic and the lemon juice. We're gonna let this cook until it reduces just a touch. Next, we're gonna finish off this sauce with just a pinch of the parsley and the butter. Now the butter is going to add some richness to it and also give it a nice sheen. So we have the pasta back in, let it come up to temperature, and it'll be nice and coated by all that great tasting sauce, and we can plate it up. So check this out, I finished it off with a little bit of lemon zest and parsley for a garnish, and look at that sear on those scallops. Golden brown perfection. They're going to be so tender and flavorful. I know you're going to want the recipe for this. It's available on our website. You can also check us out at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And when you try this recipe, please let us know about it in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, I'm Fucci reminding you that if I can make pan-seared scallops over pasta in a lemon white wine sauce, heck, if I can say a mouthful that big in a kitchen this tiny, you can make it and say it in yours. We'll see you next time on Tiny Kitchen Big Taste. Now I'm always talking about nothing. I don't talk about a darn thing. Go home. Subscribe before you leave.